All right, guys. Just going to quickly tag everyone in the break and we can quickly get started on this. Since everyone knows their teams, I put the team list in the comments. I pinned it so you guys can see what teams you claimed or what teams you won in the mini. Yes, you did. Danny, you did. You hit the Artem Lashunov in the break. You actually did really good. I have to say, you did good. Not bad. Well, actually better than not bad. You did pretty good, I would say. Weren't you watching? It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Cool beans. That's right. All right. A lot more people in this break. Did I get everyone? I believe so. There we go. All right. Tags are sent out. Yep. All right. Give it a couple minutes for people to get the tag. I will drop the YouTube just in case this is going to be a longer break. I know some of you might not be wanting to watch a full hour of me breaking this. Well, that's the goal, to make it within the hour. So we'll see if that works. But I will drop the link for the YouTube as well, just in case this goes off. Copy link. There's a YouTube as well. The YouTube live link, which you can go watch as well. At least it will allow you to rewind and stuff. And I do have my chat box open. So if you are chatting over at YouTube, don't be afraid to say hi. Let us know that you're watching. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right. So here is our case. We'll quickly show the case. It is another sealed 12 box case. I know I need to get a bigger table so it doesn't look so close to the screen, but there you go. There is our 12 box case. Let's go through the teams. All right. Just like the random break, I don't have the paper list. It's all it's just here on computer. I'm out of ink, so we'll just have to go with it. All right, here we go. All right, guys, we are here for our 12 box PYT for our new 25-26 Series 1. Here is the list of teams and who has claimed them. Here we go. Bobby LeBrun's got the Anaheim Ducks. Boston Bruins is going to Ryan Klenman. Buffalo Sabres, Corey Cheng. Dylan's got the Calgary Flames. Robert Suika's got the Carolina Hurricanes. Jason Heflin's got the Blackhawks and the Avalanche. Ben Donaldson got the Columbus Blue Jackets. Corey's got the Dallas Stars. Ivan Letourneau's got the Detroit Red Wings. Joe Chin Yavon got the Edmonton Oilers. Issa Bendik's got the Florida Panthers. Samuel Bond's got the LA Kings. Corey's got the Minnesota Wild. Daniel Bugden's got the Montreal Canadiens. Ivan Letourneau's got the Nashville Predators. Jason Barbosa has got the New Jersey Devils. Joe Chung with the New York Islanders. Ryan Clement with the New York Rangers. Won them in a mini. Donnie with the Ottawa Senators. Robert with the Philadelphia Flyers. Human's got the Pittsburgh Penguins. James got the San Jose Sharks. Robert with the Kraken. Dylan Callow with the St. Louis Blues. Joe Chung with the Tampa Bay Lightning. James got the Toronto Maple Leafs. Corey's got the Utah Mammoth. Joe Chung's got the Vancouver Canucks. Rob Howell's got the Vegas Golden Knights. James Paul's got the Washington Capitals. And Dylan Callow's got the Winnipeg Jets. So there is their team list. We'll bring this camera back. All right, there we go. So here we go. Let's open this case without making everything fall. All right, there we go. Let's see if I can do this without making everything fall down. Here we go. There we go. There's one waterfall. Almost. I'm sure the second camera is probably showing something really funny right now. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh, just dropped some top loaders. Nothing big. There we go. All right, let's set that all up. Good thing we got that second camera so you can see exactly what's happening there. All right, empty box. There we go, empty box. There is our 12 boxes right there. All right. So here we go. I'll just bring the camera back here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. So I'm going to just move these 4 over on this side over here. And basically what I'm just going to do, just going to start stacking them up as so. There we go. All right. Fix our stands and we're ready to go. No, the fingers are doing okay. I've only done 6 boxes, so fingers are doing good. We'll see how this one goes though. All right, and let me adjust my camera. There we go. All right, like I said, we got a second camera over there, so you can see all the boxes are over here. So there you go. But let's get started. Lots of packs open, but yeah, definitely lots of packs, but a lot less and easier to get to for sure. All right. All right, guys, good luck. Here we go. Box number 1. 12 box PYT. Let's go. Good luck to everyone. We do have a second half of that first random teams that I did, which we expect to be pretty big considering we did not hit Demidov in that first half. So that second half must have we're hoping at least one. At least we hope. So that will be posted tomorrow. So take a look. Keep an eye out for that one. Here we go. Pack 1, box 1. Good luck. We start off with a clear cut of David Gustafson for the Winnipeg Jets, Alexander Barkov for Florida Panthers, Aiden Hill for Vegas. Hey, Rob. Thanks for watching on YouTube. And thanks for commenting, too. Good luck. Good luck with the Vegas Golden Knights. Zach Werenski for the Columbus Blue Jackets. We got Young Guns of Yanni Neiman for the Seattle Kraken, and Sebastian Aho. That is going to the Carolina Hurricanes. Luke Evangelista for Nashville, Jonathan Huberdeau for Calgary, Zach Hyman for the Edmonton Oilers. I'm pretty much going to blast through the inserts here. So Andrei Svechnikov for Carolina, compadres of McDavid and Draisaitl for Edmonton, and we got a Young Guns of Carson DeWart for the Philadelphia Flyers. And we will sleeve and top load him after each box. Oh, we got our first Young Gun Silver Outburst going to the New York Islanders. Mark Gatcombe. New York Islanders. I believe that is Joe Chung because he won that in a mini. Kirill Marchenko for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and Matthew Tkachuk for the Florida Panthers. Is it in overtime right now, the game? I haven't seen anything because I've been breaking. Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. We got a Dalibor Dvorsky for St. Louis Young Guns, and a Jack Eichel for Vegas. UC Saros for the Nashville Predators. Also for the Predators, Roman Josi, and a Sebastian Aho for Carolina. Overtime. Oh. Well, Canucks are great in overtime. Mackenzie Blackwood for the Colorado Avalanche. We got Young Guns of Luca Gagnoni. There you go. Cagnoni. Luca Cagnoni for the San Jose Sharks, and a Sean Monahan for Columbus. Let me know what the final score is, or if they're going to a shootout. Tage Thompson for the Buffalo Sabres, Blue Dazzlers. Dylan Holloway for St. Louis. Eric Carlson for Pittsburgh. Oh, shootout. Oh, damn. Okay. Matthew Nyes for Toronto. Ooh, we got a backwards card, and it is nothing. Leo Carlson for the Anaheim Ducks, backwards. And a Matthew Robertson Young Guns for the New York Rangers. We got in a UD exclusives for the Columbus Blue Jackets, going to Ben Donaldson, number 2 out of 100. Zach Werenski. Nice hit for Columbus. We got UC Saros for the Nashville Predators. Linus Ullmark for Ottawa. All right, last pack of box 1. Carter Verhaeghe for the Florida Panthers. We got a Young Guns of Skylar Brindamore for the Carolina Hurricanes, and a Clayton Keller for Utah. All right. We're going to sleeve these ones up. Sleeve and top load our Young Guns and hits, and then we will move on to the next box, which is box number 2. It is an exclusive, so we will put it up there, or actually on the side. We did hit a Young Gun Silver Outburst. Could be. I don't know. I have no idea. Possibly. I mean, what other Brindamores are out there? I'm sure there are other Brindamores out there, but then it's just too convenient that Skylar Brindamore plays for the Carolina Hurricanes. Good to check out, I guess. All right, that was box number 1. Move on to box number 2. Here we go. Oh, let's move the base out of the way. All right, box 2. Good luck. Empty box. All right, Anthony Duclair for the Islanders. We got a Riley Duran, Young Guns for the Boston Bruins. Nazem Kadri, Portraits for Calgary. Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars. Brady Tkachuk for the Ottawa Senators. And Sergei Bobrovsky for Florida. Compadres for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Kucherov and Hedman. Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken of Nicholas Coco and Tyler Toffoli for the San Jose Sharks. We got a blue encore, Seth Jones for the Florida Panthers. Vince Dunn for the Seattle Kraken. Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Cale Makar for Colorado. Young Guns for the Carolina Hurricanes of Justin Robidas. And a Patrick Laine for the Montreal Canadiens. Blue Dazzlers of Jack Hughes for New Jersey. Andre Miller for the Rangers. And a Connor Bedard. Blackhawks. Nazem Kadri for the Calgary Flames. Dmitry Voronkov for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and a Jake Gensel for Tampa Bay. Miro Heiskanen for the Dallas Stars. Thatcher Demko for the Vancouver Canucks, and a Tim Wash Young Gun for the Anaheim Ducks. Silver Outburst of Cam Talbot for the Detroit Red Wings. Logan Stankoven Bustle for the Carolina Hurricanes. Stamkos for the Predators. Nice. I love it. Brock's on a roll this year. Even though he hasn't looked too good 5-on-5, he's still scoring. So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Buffalo Sabres. Luke Hughes for the New Jersey Devils. And nice hit for the Rangers, Gabe Perreault going to Ryan, sorry. And the New York Rangers winning them in the last mini, which happened to be mini 1. We got a deluxe out of 250. 174 out of 250 going to the Minnesota Wild, Matt Zuccarello. Alex Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals. William Eklund for the San Jose Sharks. Last pack of box 2. We got a Young Gun canvas going to the New York Islanders of Jakub Skarek. For the New York Islanders. And a Yanni Nyman. That's already our second one, I believe. Going to the Seattle Kraken. Yes, it is. Young Guns. And Austin Matthews for Toronto. All right, that was box number 2. All right, we'll sleeve and top load these Young Guns and then move on to box number 3. We already have a exclusives and a deluxe. We're hitting our number cards early. Anaheim, I believe, is going to Bobby LeBrun, getting them in the last mini that we just ran before going live. All right, one more Young Gun to sleeve and top load, and then we are moving on to box number 3. Okay. All right. Put Gabe Pro up there. Change it up. Take out Dvorsky. All right, there we go. All right, box number 3. Good luck. Empty box. There we go. Box number 3. We got a black and white canvas of Jarrett McCann going to Seattle Kraken. Chris Kreider to the Rangers. Lucas Dostal to the Anaheim Ducks. Jake Gensel for Tampa Bay. Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken of Victor Osman. Victor Osman for Seattle. Anze Kopitar for the LA Kings. UPL for the Buffalo Sabres. Drew Doughty for the LA Kings. Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Connor Zary for the Calgary Flames. Eli Sorokin for the Islanders. And a Rory Cairns, Young Guns for the Calgary Flames. Jamie Oleksiak, Silver Outburst for the Seattle Kraken. Matthews and Nylander for the Leafs. And a Cale Makar for Colorado. Owen Zellweger for the Anaheim Ducks. Young Guns for the Calgary Flames of Sam Morton, and a Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Noah Ostlund for the Buffalo Sabres. Connor Bedard, Chicago, and Arturi Lehkonen for Colorado. Matthew Tkachuk for Florida. For the Ottawa Senators, Donovan Sabrango, Young Guns. I think he just got picked up by another team, though. Sam Reinhart, Florida Panthers. Blue Dazzlers of Alexander Barkov for Florida. Charlie McAvoy for Boston. Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Portraits. Robert Thomas for the St. Louis Blues. Oh, nice. Connor Hellebuck for the Winnipeg Jets. And a Young Guns going to the Montreal Canadiens of Ivan Demidov. There we go. Our first one. We're going to sleeve and top load that right away. There we go. Ivan Demidov. Hopefully not our last one. Exclusives of Jason Dickinson, number 8 out of 100, going to the Chicago Blackhawks. Jonathan Marchessault for Nashville. Matthew Barzal for the Islanders. Last pack of box number 3. Brendan Hagel for the Lightning. Young Guns of Jakub Skarek for the New York Islanders. And a Tage Thompson for Buffalo. There we go. That was box number 3. Next up is box number 4. Demnov did show up for this one, thank goodness. If you were not watching during the random break, someone was saying that they saw a master case that did not have any Ivan Demidov in it, which is mind-blowing. That would not be cool. That's for sure. I don't know if I would like that. Ouch. The closest he'll get to the cup. Yikes. The truth hurts. Buffalo is just going nowhere. Well, I mean, they had a good win against Ottawa. I mean, but Ottawa's like, it's not a good one. Ottawa's just, they didn't get off to a good start. And now they don't have Brady Tkachuk for a couple months. All right, there we go. Anyone I can replace up there? No, it's okay. All right, box 4. Here we go. At least we got the Demidov out of the way. Can breathe. We don't have to sweat it until the last box to see if a Demidov will show up. Now let's see if we can get any of the other young guns. We're still looking for a Snuggerud, which we did not. We also did not hit in the random team break. There was no Jimmy Snuggerud on that one. Zane Parekh, another nice one to hit. Jakub Slavin for the Carolina Hurricane. Oh, number 2 already. Ivan Demidov for Montreal. There we go. And then Ryan Nugent Hopkins. All right. That is 2. 2 off the bat. There we go. There we go. 2 Ivan Demidovs. We will take that. Oh yeah, definitely not his fault. Maybe Tage needs to go to another team. Nikita Kucherov for Tampa Bay. Dylan Holloway for St. Louis. Philip Gustafson for Minnesota. Yeah, 2 Demidovs. That's good. Seth Jarvis for Carolina. Nikita Tolopilo. Young Guns for the Vancouver Canucks. Austin Matthews for Toronto. Now let's hit a parallel Demidov, and then we're really cooking. Elvis Merlinkins for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Thomas Hartley for the Dallas Stars. Tage Thompson for the Sabres. Oh, yeah, he would for sure. Morgan Riley for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Matthew Nyes for Toronto. And again that was an all Toronto hit pack. Jacob Quinlan. Jacob Quillen? There's no N, so there you go. Jacob Quillen for Toronto. All right, silver outbursts of Rasmus Dahlin for the Buffalo Sabres. Wyatt Johnson for the Dallas Stars. Tim Stützle for Ottawa. A blue Adam Fantilli for Columbus. Mika Zibanejad for the Rangers. Sam Reinhart for Florida. Kachuk and Barkov for the Florida Panthers. Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken of Jacob Melanson. Jacob Melanson and a Nate McKinnon for Colorado. Blue Dazzlers of Zach Rowinski for Columbus. Cole Perfetti for the Winnipeg Jets. Jesper Bratt for New Jersey. Mackenzie Blackwood for the Colorado Avalanche. There's a card behind. There's four hit pack. Mackenzie Blackwood for Colorado. Also for Colorado, McCarr and McKinnon. Oh, that must have been just the other ones that were in the bottom. They just got stuck. Owen Zellweger, Young Guns for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Wow, so many numbered cards. 216 out of 250, Adam Henrique for the Edmonton Oilers. A lot of numbered cards, but we want it for our Young Guns. Mason Marchment for the Dallas Stars. Alex Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals. Last pack of box 4. Nice hit for Buffalo. Young Gun canvas of Noah Ostlund. Noah Ostlund for the Buffalo Sabres. For the Tampa Bay Lightning, we got Dylan Duke. Dylan, hey. If you're looking for a guy to PC, someone named Dylan. Dylan Duke. Dylan Duke for Tampa Bay. And William Eklund for the San Jose Sharks. No, not all. Not necessarily one numbered box. One numbered card per box. One silver outburst per box. Definitely during our random, it was definitely not. We weren't getting a numbered card per box, and I don't count those pop count cards as numbered cards because we all have seen how they say it's a pop count 1, and it ends up being you see like 3 or 4 of them. Yep, another person to bet on. That's right. All right, we'll change it up. Take Zuccarello down. We are moving on to box 5. Not you did all three Dylans for three plus shots. Well, Genther's a shooter. We know that. Larkin, yeah. Strome, really. I never really imagined Dylan Strome as a shoot first type of guy. All right, there we go. That was box 4. We're moving on to box 5. Let me just double check. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, box 5. Here we go. Good luck. All right, empty box. Here we go. Can we hit 3 Demidovs in a row? Oh, no, I think it was this box 2. Yeah, 2 and 3, wasn't it? Anyways, here we go with box 5. Sam Reinhart for the Florida Panthers. Carson Dorwart for the Philadelphia Flyers. Connor McDavid for the Oilers. 2 goals, 2 assists for Dylan Strome. Wow. Good for him. Chris Letang for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Moritz Seider for the Detroit Red Wings. Draisaitl for the Oilers. Kent Johnson for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Nice hit for Chicago. Young Guns of Sam Rinzel. Sam Rinzel for the Chicago Blackhawks. Erik Karlsson, Pittsburgh. Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars. Thatcher Demko, that's a cool picture. For the Vancouver Canucks. Timo Meier for New Jersey. Alex Tuck for the Buffalo Sabres. Yaroslav Askarov for the San Jose Sharks. And a Young Guns of Jacob Gotcher. Jacob Gotcher for the Philadelphia Flyers. Silver Outburst Young Guns of Yanni Neiman. Or Neiman. Yanni Neiman. Silver Outburst Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken. Who got Seattle again? Just going to double check. Seattle's doing good. Robert Suika. Nice. Way to go. Nice one there. Compadres for the Red Wings. DePrinkett and Larkin. Dougie Hamilton for the Devils. Black and white canvas of Chris Letang for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Mackenzie Weegar for the Flames. Logan Thompson for the Capitals. Lane Hudson for the Montreal Canadiens. Young Guns for the Winnipeg Jets of Parker Ford. Parker Ford for Winnipeg. Whoop, Manny Beniers. That was just base. Manny Beniers for the Kraken. Blue Dazzlers of Ryan Leonard for the Washington Capitals. Joseph Wall for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Jason Robertson for the Dallas Stars. Pavel Zacha for the Boston Bruins. Philip Grubauer for the Seattle Kraken. Noah Ostlund, Young Guns for the Buffalo Sabres. Pop count 500 going to the Edmonton Oilers. Evan Bouchard. Pop count 500. Matt Boldy for the Minnesota Wild. Matthew Wood for Nashville. Last pack of box 5. Young Gun canvas for the Seattle Kraken. Seattle having a break. Nicholas Coco. Ian Moore, Young Guns for the Anaheim Ducks. And a Matthew Tkachuk for the Florida Panthers. There we go. Nice box. That was box number 5. All right. Sleeve and top load these ones and move on to box number 6. Pop count 500 to the Oilers. Going to Joe. Getting his Oilers in a mini. I believe Corey has the Buffalo Sabres. Winnipeg goes to Dylan Callow. This one, Robert Suika with the Seattle Kraken. That's 2 silver outburst Young Guns in the case. Still looking for our Young Gun clear cut and hopefully a numbered Young Gun. All right, that was quite a bit of Young Guns for box number 5. We are moving on to box number 6. All right, box number 6, halfway through. All right, empty box. Travis Sanheim for Philadelphia. Carter Mazur, Young Guns for the Detroit Red Wings. Marco Rossi for Minnesota. Brent Clark for LA. Dylan Larkin for Detroit. Joey Decord for Seattle. Alex Tuck for Buffalo. We got a Young Gun checklist of Demidov and Lashunov. Artem Lashunov's with Chicago. And Ivan Demidov obviously was the Montreal Canadiens. So we will run the random at the end of the break if we only get one. Brady Tkachuk for the Ottawa Senators. So right now, if we only have one, we will run a random at the end of the break. UPL for Buffalo Sabres. Young Guns for Boston, Michael Callahan. Boston Bruins. Dylan Larkin for Detroit. Evan Bouchard for the Oilers. Stefan Neeson for New Jersey. Kyle Connor for Winnipeg. Marco Rossi for Minnesota. Jacob Markstrom for New Jersey. And a Cam Lund. Young Guns for San Jose. Clear cut of Brandon Duhaime for the Washington Capitals. Seth Jones for Florida. Nazem Kadri for the Flames. Yeah, they haven't come around yet. Oh, we got a silver outburst coming up. Going to the Canucks, Niels Hoglander for the Vancouver Canucks. Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa. Moritz Seider for Detroit. Cale Makar for Colorado. Jack Eichel for Vegas. Connor Bedard for Chicago. Dylan Strome for Washington. Samuel Montembeault for Montreal. And there we go. For the Calgary Flames, Zane Parekh, Young Guns. There you go, Calgary. There you go, Dylan. With the Calgary Flames. See, it worked. Oh, we got a different color here. Brendan Hagel, UD Portraits for Tampa Bay. This one is numbered 81 out of 199. There you go, Tampa Bay Lightning. Philip Forsberg and Roman Josi for Nashville. Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Last pack of box number 6. Young Gun Canvas for the Detroit Red Wings of Carter Mazur. Quinn Hudson, Young Guns for the Edmonton Oilers, and a Chris Kreider for the Rangers. All right. That was box number 6. Halfway through the break. 6 more boxes to go. Looks pretty good, I have to say. If you're thinking of grading it there, Dylan. Sammy, I thought you're sleeping. So good. Open another pack of penny sleeves. All right. Moving on to box number 7. Here we go. Box 7. All right, good luck. Box. All right, here we go. Box number 7. Well, the Kings don't have a young gun, so I mean your chances of skunking is actually really good. You need to hit something like a black and white or something like that. Speaking of black and white Young Gun Canvas. Nice hit for Chicago. Oliver Moore. Nice hit for Chicago. Quentin Byfield for the Kings. For the LA Kings. Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. Tyler Bertuzzi for the Chicago Blackhawks. Young Guns of Owen Sillinger for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Pettersson for the Canucks. Jacob Markstrom for the New Jersey Devils. Brendan Montour for Seattle. Adam Fox for the Rangers. Joachim Kemel, sorry. Joaquin Kemel, Nashville Predators. Jordan Binnington for St. Louis. And a Dylan Duke, number 2 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Wow, our third Young Gun outburst. This one's going to the Philadelphia Flyers, Carson DeWart. Nice hit, Philadelphia. The Hughes brothers for New Jersey, Connor Bedard for the Chicago Blackhawks. Merlinkins for for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Luca Cagnoni for the San Jose Sharks. Adrian Kempe for the Kings. You're getting a lot of inserts. Let's just put it that way. Dalibor Dvorsky for the St. Louis Blues. Noah Ostlund for the Buffalo Sabres. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Nate McKinnon for Colorado. Michael Callahan, Young Guns for the Boston Bruins. Wyatt Johnson for the Dallas Stars. Leon Draisaitl Dazzlers for the Oilers. Sidney Crosby for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Marchenko for the Jackets. Victor Hedman for Tampa Bay. Samuel Ersson for the Philadelphia Flyers. And a Jacob Melanson, Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken. Two more packs to go. Jake DeBrusk Deluxe, 209 out of 250, going to the Vancouver Canucks. Brady Tkachuk for the Ottawa Senators. Robert Thomas for the St. Louis Blues. Last pack of box number 7. Going to the Ottawa Senators, Young Gun canvas of Donovan Sebrango. We hit our second Young Gun checklist of Demidov and Leshunov. So now we don't have to run the random. That will go. One will go to Montreal. One will go to Chicago. And a Connor Hellebuck for the Winnipeg Jets. That was box number 7. Next up is box number 8. Thanks to everyone that's hanging in there while we open this case. I see there's 2 people watching on YouTube, which is pretty good considering how long we've been going. We've been going now for 50 minutes, which is actually pretty good that I got past half a case in 50 minutes. So there we go. Five more boxes to go. We're moving on to box number 8. We actually have 3 silver Alpers Young Guns, which is pretty cool. Black and white as well. All right. Say goodbye to you, Evan Bouchard. All right, box 8. Here we go. 9, 10, yeah, box 8. Now, before I do that, I'm just going to put these away now because now we have 2 of them. So if you think about it, we actually hit 4 Demidov Young Guns if we include the checklist. But 1 will go to Chicago. All right, here we go. Box number 8. Good luck. We got a blue Artem Leshunov for the Chicago Blackhawks, Zane Parekh for the Calgary Flames, and a David Pasternak for Boston. Sam Reinhart for the Florida Panthers, Ethan Frank, Young Guns for the Washington Capitals, Noah Ostlund for the Buffalo Sabres. Matthew Nyes, Sparkle Bustle for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Marchenko for the Blue Jackets. Nylander for the Leafs. Timo Meier for the Devils. Linus Allmark for the Senators, and Ryan Suzuki, Young Guns for the Carolina Hurricanes. Outburst of Brett Pesce for the New Jersey Devils, Kiefer Sherwood for the Vancouver Canucks, Lane Hudson for the Montreal Canadiens. Those are portraits. Yes, they are portraits. Sebastian Aho for the Carolina Hurricanes, Young Guns of Dominic Shine for the Detroit Red Wings, Jared McCann for Seattle. Ivan Demidov for the Montreal Canadiens, Kyle Connor for the Winnipeg Jets, Pierre Kochetkov, Carolina Hurricanes, Hellebuck and Morrissey for the Winnipeg Jets, Oliver Rodrigue, Young Guns for the Edmonton Oilers, Zach Werenski for Columbus, Blue Dazzlers of Lafreniere for the Rangers, Pitcher Angelo for the Vegas Golden Knights, Forsberg for the Preds, Noah Dobson for the Islanders, Austin Matthews for Toronto, and a Ryan Leonard for the Washington Capitals. I believe that's our first one in this case, Ryan Leonard. I like the one with Connor Bedard's ear, where they kind of just went all out with it. Alex Tuck for the Buffalo Sabres, number 198 out of 199. There you go, Buffalo. Sizzle reel of Bobrovsky for the Florida Panthers, Cole Caulfield for Montreal. Last pack of box 8. Sean Couturier for the Philadelphia Flyers, Matthew Wood for the Nashville Predators, and a Brendan Hagel UD Portraits for Tampa Bay. All right, there we go. That was box number 8. Let's move on to box number 9 after we sleeve and top load these Young Guns. Has there ever been like a good UD portrait set? Like, I can't really think of one. I think they're always like cheesy. I think they just make it cheesy on purpose. I remember 16-17 was like maybe, and 15-16 was like they weren't cheesy at all. They were just literally their picture. That's it. No thought into it. It was kind of boring. Where's our Ryan Leonard? Yeah, we'll take off one of these guys. Put Ryan Leonard up there. All right, box number 9. Here we go. Good luck. Box number 9. All right, we've been getting a lot of numbered cards in this case. Let's see if we can get a numbered Young Gun. We've gotten 3 silver Outburst Young Gun. Let's see if we can get our clear-cut Young Gun. We still haven't hit that one yet. So here we go. Box number 9. There it is. Oh, nice hit for Chicago. We got a Young Gun clear-cut of Artem Lashunov. Chicago, Jason Heflin with the Chicago Blackhawks. Nice hit. There we go. Very nice. There is our Young Gun right there. Our Young Gun clear cut. William Nylander for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Dustin Wolf for Calgary. Aho and Svechnikov for the Carolina Hurricanes. Jack Finley for Tampa Bay Young Guns. Lucas Raymond for the Red Wings. Jared McCann for Seattle. Connor Zary for Calgary. And a Portraits of Marchessault for Nashville. Cole Caulfield for the Montreal Canadiens. Mason McTavish for the Anaheim Ducks. Skylar Brindamore for the Carolina Hurricanes Young Guns. Nick Suzuki, Silver Outburst for the Montreal Canadiens. Cole Perfetti for the Winnipeg Jets. Macklin Celebrini for San Jose. Yeah, we're making you wait for Snuggerud, eh? Brady Tkachuk for the Ottawa Senators. Elias Pettersson, Young Guns for the Vancouver Canucks. Martin Necas for the Colorado Avalanche. Macklin Celebrini for San Jose. Marco Rossi for Minnesota. Cam Talbot for Detroit. Really? 3 home runs and 10. Wow. Crazy. Had 10 strikeouts and then blasted 3 home runs. Damn. Oh, man. Owen Tippett for the Philadelphia Flyers. Colton Dach, Young Guns for the Chicago Blackhawks. Evgeny Malkin for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kaprizov for the Minnesota Wild. Barkov for the Panthers. Ovechkin for the Caps. Lucas Raymond for the Detroit Red Wings. Kemper for the Kings. Dalibor Dvorsky, Young Guns for the St. Louis Blues. Not the Blues we're looking for. Ooh, we got a Red Outburst coming up. Red Outburst coming up. Oh boy. Okay. Good luck. We got Panarin and Lafreniere for the Rangers. Cale Makar for the Colorado Avalanche. And what could this please be a Young Gun? Please be a Young Gun, at least. Not a Young Gun. But we got a Red Outburst out of 25 going to the Ottawa Senators. 17 out of 25 Red Outburst of Thomas Chabot. There you go, Ottawa. Who's got Ottawa? Donnie. There you go. Donnie is he collects the Ottawa Senators. So there you go. Nice hit. We'll take it. It is a Red Outburst out of 25. You don't see that very often. Very nice. Very nice. All right, last pack. Lucas Raymond for Detroit. Nikita Tolopilo for the Vancouver Canucks Young Guns, and also for the Canucks, Thatcher Demko. All right, there we go. That was box 9. Moving on to box number 10. 3 more boxes to go. We're now on the Snuggerud watch. Now that we got the Demidovs out of the way. Now we got to get the Snuggeruds in. still hoping for a numbered Young Gun. I probably doubt it's going to be a red outburst now, but hey, it could be a 101. Still 3 more boxes to go. All right. That was box number 9. Moving on to box number 10. Here we go. Good luck. All right, empty box. Box 10. Let's go. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for the Oilers. Jacob Quillen, Young Guns for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Kirill Kaprizov from Minnesota. Yeah, I heard. I think they've been talking about that for the past month now, about Jericho heading back to WWE. Jordan Kyrou for the St. Louis Blues. Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. Joseph Wall for Toronto. He's dropping hints on his Instagram too, apparently, or Twitter, or one of his social media outlets. Evander Kane for the Oilers. Joakim Kamel for the Nashville Predators Young Guns. Ovechkin for the Caps. Hey, he deserves one last run. I just hope it's not, they don't go crazy with it, because he's getting up there now. UC Saros for the Nashville Predators. Logan Stankoven for the Hurricanes. Kaprizov for the Wild. Thatcher Demko for the Vancouver Canucks. Owen Tippett for Philadelphia. Also for Philadelphia, Rodrigo Abols, Young Guns for the Philadelphia Flyers. Silver outburst of Jalen Chatfield for the Carolina Hurricanes. Sidney Crosby for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pasternak for the Bruins. Really? No AEW wrestlers on his cruise. Interesting. Michael Kesselring, clear cut for the Utah Mammoth. Florida gets Sam Reinhart. Shesterkin for the Rangers. Interesting, huh? Okay. Ovechkin and Wilson for the Caps. Young Guns for the New York Islanders of Mark Gatcomb. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Lane Hudson, Blue Dazzlers for Montreal. Capo Caco for the Seattle Kraken. Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Sebastian Aho for the Carolina Hurricanes. Andrei Vasilevsky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And a Artem Lashunov, Young Guns for the Chicago Blackhawks. There goes Chicago. We got a pink Dazzlers of Sidney Crosby going to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Line and Slavkovsky for the Montreal Canadiens. Kucherov going to Tampa Bay. Last pack, box number 10. We got a Young Gun canvas checklist of Dalibor Dvorsky and Zane Parekh. We got a random to do between St. Louis and Calgary. We'll run that at the end of the break. And a Carter Mazur, Young Guns for the Detroit Red Wings, and a Dalibor Dvorsky portraits for St. Louis. All right, that was box 10. Whoops. Almost knocked all the inserts down. There we go. Let's move on to box number 11. So we'll run that at the end there. Unless somehow we get 2, which I doubt. They're not as common as the regular Young Gun checklist. Oh yeah, both? Oh yeah, you're right. You do. Never mind. We're not running the random. Perfect. I totally forgot you have both. Awesome. Just for kicks, we could do a random. One between Dylan and another one between Kalau. Winner takes all. All right. Perfect. Don't have to run the random for that. Here we go. Box 11. 2 more boxes to go. Let's get the Snuggerud on this one. We don't want to be waiting till the last box to have to make sure that Upper Deck did their job. Made sure that every Young Gun was in the case. We got a blue encore of Marco Rossi for the Wild, Jesper Bratt for the Devils, Dakota Joshua for the Canucks, Leo Carlson for Anaheim, Oliver Moore, Young Guns for the Chicago Blackhawks, Jack Hughes for the Devils, Leo Carlson for the Anaheim Ducks, Kiefer Sherwood for the Canucks, Adam DeBrincat for the Wings, the Red Wings, Jimmy Snuggerud, not the Young Gun, for the St. Louis Blues, Jacob Markstrom for the New Jersey Devils, and a Matthew Robertson, Young Guns for New York Rangers. We got a outburst of Tyler Bertuzzi for the Chicago Blackhawks, Jesper Bratt for the Devils, Zuccarello for the Wild, JT Comper for the Red Wings, Ozzy Weisblatt, Young Guns for the Nashville Predators, Leon Draisaitl for the Edmonton Oilers, Ilya Sorokin for the New York Islanders, Chris Kreider for the New York Rangers, Charlie Lindgren for the Capitals, Eichel and Stone for the Vegas Golden Knights, Cam Lund, Young Guns for the San Jose Sharks, Jason Robertson for the Dallas Stars, Kyle Connor for the Winnipeg Jets, William Nylander for Toronto, Mitch Marner for Toronto, we got a pop count 1000 going to the New Jersey Devils of Jacob Markstrom, Jonathan Marchessault for the Nashville Predators, Cam Fowler for the St. Louis Blues, and there we go. 4-pack hit, and it comes with a Jimmy Snuggerud. There you go. At least we don't have to wait till the last box. Jimmy Snuggerud. Going to Dylan in the St. Louis Blues. There we go. All right. Marner will be on the cup quest for a hot. Yeah. Hey, a hit for Samuel Bond. We got a pink Dazzlers of Brent Clark going to the LA Kings. Nazem Kadri for the Flames. Seth Jarvis for the Hurricane. Last pack of box 11. Jake Neighbors for the St. Louis Blues. Ville Koivunen. It's actually the first time we got him in this case. Ville Koivunen for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And a Austin Matthews for Toronto. All right, that was box 11. We got one more box to go. All right. Sleeve and top load these, and then we're down to our last box. So far, no randoms that need to be done, which is great. Won't be able to go through a complete rundown of the break at the end of this. If you do need if you don't want to scroll through the video, just let me know if you're in the break, and I can tell you, I can take pictures later on what you hit. All right, here we go. All right, last box of the break. This is 12 boxes that or 11 boxes that we went through. This is our 12th one. Thanks again, guys, for joining this break and filling this up. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys had fun. Thanks for everyone that stuck around. I think we stuck around 5 to 7 people watching. So for those of you that stuck around, thank you very much. For those of you on YouTube, I'm guessing that's Rob over on YouTube. You stuck around for the entire thing. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching. And let's see if we can finish off with a bang. Box number 12. Here we go. We got a black and white Kevin Hayes for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Gabe Perreault for the New York Rangers. Dylan Holloway for the Blues. Luke Evangelista for the Nashville Predators. Young Guns for the Ottawa Senators of Donovan Sabrango. Gabe Perreault for the New York Rangers. I must say, before this video, I did say it in the last video, but the Young Guns in Series 1, a lot easier to pronounce. Like, I didn't really have trouble with any name, really. And I appreciate that. No hard names in Series 1, at least. Moritz Seider for the Detroit Red Wings. Matthew Barzal for the New York Islanders. Sidney Crosby for the Blues, for the Pittsburgh Penguins. You're welcome, Ivan. Thanks again for joining. Pierre Kochetkov for the Carolina Hurricanes. Merzlikins for the Jackets. And a Riley Duran, Young Guns for the Boston Bruins. Silver Outbursts. Thomas Chabot. Go for the rainbow. You got the red. You got the silver. You just need the gold now. Just need the gold. Thomas Chabot for the Ottawa Senators. Moritz Seider for the Detroit Red Wings. Sidney Crosby for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Cale Makar for the Colorado Avalanche. Hey, second one. There you go. 2 in a row. Jimmy Snuggerud for the St. Louis Blues. Arden Lushenov for the Chicago Blackhawks. Hey, not bad. We got 2 Jimmy Snuggeruds. There we go. Adam Fantilli for the Jackets. Panarin for the Rangers. Bouchard for the Oilers. All right. Let's see what we can get in these last 5 packs. Matthew Nyes for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nicholas Kyoko, Young Guns for the Seattle Kraken. Rasmus Dahlin for the Buffalo Sabres. William Nylander, Dazzlers for Toronto. Elias Pettersson for the Vancouver Canucks. Roman Josi for the Nashville Predators. 3 more packs. Arden Lushenov for the for Chicago Blackhawks. Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars, and also for Chicago, Oliver Moore, Young Guns for the Blackhawks. 2 more, last 2 packs. So we got a pop count of JJ Peterka, pop count 1,000. That is going to the Buffalo Sabres. Jarrett McCann, sizzle reel for the Seattle Kraken. Dylan Holloway for the Blues. Last pack of the break. Dylan Larkin for the Detroit Red Wings. Sam Morton, Young Guns for the Calgary Flames. And we finish off with a Artemi Panarin goal-oriented for the New York Rangers. And that, my friends, is the break. There we go. Those were top loaders. Okay, there we go. There we go, guys. All right, I will sleeve and top load these. Thanks again, guys, for joining. I really do appreciate the Phil helping me out with this. We still have the second half of the 6-box team random. For those of you who did not see the first half, we did not hit a Demidov. We did not hit a Parake. We did not hit a Snuggerud. So definitely some very, very good potential coming up in that second half. I will post in the morning the time that the post will go live. So stay tuned for that. Watch in the groups, because I believe that second half will fill. It should fill really fast. Really, really fast, considering the big potential you can get out of those boxes. So there you go. We could do a quick recap of this, though. We got 2 Jimmy Snuggeruds. We also got a Ryan Leonard. I believe we only got the 1. We did get only the 1 Zane Parekh. We did get a regular Artem Lushenov, and then we got a clear-cut Artem Lushenov for the Chicago Blackhawks. And, of course, we hit them right away in our right away in our first 3 boxes, I would say. 2 of the first 3 boxes. Ivan Demidov, 1 and 2. There you go. Jason Heflin just showing up. There you go. Arden Lushenov. There you go, Jason Heflin. All right, guys. thanks again for joining. I really appreciate it. For those of you who have not joined my breaks before, if you can send me your address, or if you have moved, if you want to send me your address, please do so. Canada Post is back, but they are pretty slow. I haven't gotten anything in this past week, even though they've been back to work. So just expect it to get there slowly, but we will be shipping it out. So if you do need tracking, let me know and we can work something out. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of the night, and we will talk to you again maybe tomorrow when we fill that second half of the team random. All right. Have a good night, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.